right, you go right up to your spot and wait for Mama to set your food down. Here's the one with the chicken in it. I would put chicken down on the bricks, but it wasn't getting eaten. And since the chicken is, you know, I want to put out as much as they'll eat and doesn't go to waste. And that's what I really strive to do. It's in the 60s out here. It feels pretty warm. It's not going to drop during the day today, but it is going to be in the 40s overnight or so, they say. Upper 40s, though. Just thinking about what to wear to Ederville today. A lightweight long sleeve, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Something I can tie around my waist and put on if I feel the need during the day. Maybe. But the temperature's not going to change from what it is right now. It's gonna stay the same. This is what I do every morning. I come out here and I get leaves out of things. Off of the chairs for the kitties, so they're not that they really care, but you know, just get leaves out of my plant pots and look at stuff, make sure things are wet enough, not too wet. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, let's get this water changed so we can get on the road. Oh wow, this coleus has finally put out some flower spikes here. I do occasionally get self-starters in the yard from the seeds. Lots of Sasanqua camellia flowers. And I remember when this was like the first one we planted. It's huge now. It was one little tiny bush over there, and it's huge. Which is great when it blooms. It's pretty. This Sasanqua camellia is a richer, darker color than the lighter pink. It's very pretty too. This bush is doing good. I'm sure one of these years, especially with me fertilizing now, it'll take off like a rocket, but it hasn't done that yet. This has only been here a few years, not anywhere near as long as the other one. It's a mess if you let the whole season go by and you don't get rid of any of these leaves along the way. The only things I haven't been watching are those big camellias, and I'll just have to do them at the end of the season. They're a lot of work to get the leaves out of them at the end of the season. Get the pretty yellow. I love a day like this out here. If I had some yard work I needed to do, I would want to be out here. This all from 4 little spindly impatient plants in that purple thing. And I stuck some camellia cuttings in here, and that doesn't look like it's died yet. So who knows, maybe it'll take off. I won't pass up on another camellia. Yeah, I think if I were going to do it again, I mean, I like the pink, the light pink too, but I really like the deeper pink. It's very fall today. There can be no doubt. I'm not sure that we've reached peak color yet, but this week for sure. You got our tickets for Ederville?
Yes, I do. I bought the 2 tickets, $15 a piece. They don't charge an extra handling fee. They just charge the $15.
Cool. Thanks. I'm fixing you breakfast, and then we can head out.
Sounds good.
Great. Good morning. Very studying, always studying what the door's doing. Hi. There you go. Good girl. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we're on our way to Ederville. It's 52 miles, 59 minutes. Get there at noon. A lot of stuff is at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're getting there in good time. Plus, this is the steam engine show. Lots of tractors. And other things of interest, but primarily steam engines and primarily steam tractors. Yeah. But we've been here before, so it's not like we're trying to do an all-intensive, you know, we can afford to be casual about our looking today.
Like Marianne, she said, you know, we're going as much to continue to support the thing because, you know, I don't know how long in today's world something like this is going to last.
It's like I was telling somebody I work with. I didn't like the way she was zooming out there. Who had just got a grandson, and he's a big golfer. And I said, well, when you and your son come, you ought to bring the grandbaby, you know, because I haven't met a little kid that didn't like steam tractors and stuff yet, you know. And then when they get too big, you know, they get to be 11, you can't interest them in this kind of stuff. You know, kids that,
Well, yeah. I mean, certainly Ederville and the North Carolina Transportation Museum would be on my recommendations for families with young kids.
right. Yeah.
It's going to stay cloudy, but the clouds are keeping it in the mid to upper 60s, nice and warm for our adventure. We both have on sort of a sleeve, but not really. And it's not supposed to start cooling down before dark, so I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, they did say it's a chance of sprinkles, but they did say sprinkles. They didn't say rain.
Right, and it was more in the morning, and we're fixing to be in the afternoon, so I'm not too worried about that either. Wow, we're getting a little bit of sunshine. That'll really improve the color of any pictures and video I take, so I'm all for that. We just had to get out here today. I mean, look at that pretty color. You can't stay home on a weekend, you know, peak leaf weekend or the week before peak leaf.
Yeah, I would say
You gotta be out there. I'd say we're a little behind. I said that earlier. I think we're a little behind on color, which is good for our friends coming to visit because it won't be gone by any long stretch by the time they get here at the end of the week. So it's definitely, color is definitely starting to pick up. They had appliances at that yard sale, no Lego. All right, I've been going, stop, turn around. I need to go check it out. Got my wallet. Guardian Angel hasn't had any Lego in a long time. I whined when I was in there. I'm like, wow. Oh yeah, show me some fall leaf color, baby.
Yeah, it's pretty through here, this little windy road. That's why I enjoyed driving on this
Yeah,
road.
we don't ever complain about it taking us the back way here. I tried so hard with my other hand to take a picture. I pretty much failed. Yeah, that's one of my favorite spots on the back road, just because you could just see so much coming down the hill, and in both directions it's pretty.
Yeah. Well, we're here and looking at the parking lot and how many cars, that field is full, and looking at the line, I would say it's as full as ever. It's well attended again this year.
Yep, I would agree. You couldn't quite see, but the parking is back that way, and yes, the lot is not without space, but is very full.
Yeah.
We were talking about the first year we got to see our friend Andy and his father-in-law's equipment that had been moved here, and it was that was super exciting. Plus the field plowing with the steam engines exhibition was awesome. And then last year we got to ride in a Stanley steamer.
Yes.
That was like a super big deal to us, and there's just so much to really enjoy here. It's 100 years of progress, but that was yeah, now they call it 100 plus years of progress. I forget what year they considered the 100th year, but we're past that now. It's 100 plus years of progress.
Yeah.
And more progress coming all the time. Well, at least we don't have to worry about catching the straw on fire with our Tesla.
That's right. We saw 911. No, Cal Fire.
Cal Fire.
Cal
I got
Fire.
done watching Cal Fire on Netflix.
Yeah.
It is Netflix, right?
Yep, Netflix.
Yeah.
And they had a car parked and left idle on grass. Does this look like a place?
It does.
Car left idling in place on grass, and it caught the grass on fire. And of course, caused a big conflagration.
Yep, a scene.
Yes.
We are dry here right now. We're pretty darn dry. Donnie, you're in a field.
That's right. It's an SUV. Maybe it's an SUV. We go off-road. Where's our Cybertruck when you need one?
Yeah, Donnie, where's our Cybertruck?
Right. I knew I was going to get in trouble saying
I was
that.
going to say, can you think of a more appropriate 100 years of progress than to have shown up here in the Cybertruck?
Right. Yeah, I guess I would have pinged somebody if I had a Cybertruck at the museum. It says, is it okay if I enter my Cybertruck? Because they got old pickup trucks, and you know they have. You just
well, it's supposed to be about innovation and progress here. I think it would be a legitimate. We saw a couple of Teslas in the parking lot here last year.
Yeah, that's right. We were
Besides
not the only one.
Well, for one time, the year we came here, and Andy was here, his black X was in the. See, we don't bring was in the parking lot over here. We don't bring Ruby. Ruby doesn't get in the mud and dirt.
SUV, that's right.
Well, Ruby's got better tires and better SUV than Jules, but that's okay. We can pretend with these performance tires. It's going on 12:30 and the parade is supposed to be at 1, so we're gonna walk around the exhibits for a bit and hang out to watch the parade. Well, for our friend Andy, we are here on the ground at your family / father-in-law's equipment and exhibit. Trying to remember Durham Brazing and Welding Works. And there's this really nice display here that talks about what they did and the heritage of the business and some of the pieces of equipment. I notice I don't remember any of this orange. So I'm thinking maybe they've come around and sprayed some rust prevention kind of paint on it. Well, also maybe made it a little more high vis so you won't run into the equipment. I don't remember the orange. I can be wrong. I remember the green. Like I said, I can be wrong, but you know, everything still looks in nice shape underneath here, protected from the weather as best as it can be in this covered area. If you want to hear from Andy directly about some of this equipment, the very first year when it was installed and he met us over here, he talked about what some of these were, what they were used for and stuff, and you can go back and search our channel on Ederville and listen to that video. There's nothing better than hearing it firsthand. Yeah, so no matter how many times you come here, there's no way you could possibly really take in or see everything. And there's a lot of Americana, would that be the right word? Little knickknacks and paraphernalia. There's some McDonald's stuff and Thai Beanie Babies down there at the bottom. They sell, I see these all the time at Guardian Angel. Anyway, there's so much to see, there's like no way you can see it all in one day or one visit. It looks like that print's for sale. Some of the artwork in here is for sale.
Well, I probably have plenty more artwork to put out.
There's a lot of girl power here. A lot of the steam people running the steam engines and driving the steam engines, and it's a lot of girl power, and there's a lot of pink. And there'll be signs on everything, you know, letting you know what it is and who owns it. And some of the stuff is here all the time, and some of the stuff is brought in for the show. Boland's, huh? Kohler. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. They'll get it going, and there'll be 20 other tractors with the same sort of group of men around it trying to get it going. What were you going to say?
My uncle, he had a little Ford tractor, but he eventually got a Maggie Ferguson about that size. It was diesel.
On the farm in Alabama?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what did he mainly grow?
He grew cotton.
Okra?
Oh, right, and vegetable garden and stuff, peaches.
But what was the crop was cotton?
Cotton, because he planted 5 acres because you got the subsidy. It was a little bit of a way to make a little money. I mean, it's just they control cotton production to keep the prices stable, and if you participate in that, you get like a minimum price, and the minimum that you can do, I think, was like 5. Anyway, the point is, it was just a way to collect a little farm income.
So the okra and the watermelon you complain about, that was just for the
yeah.
family eating?
That's right.
And the local farmers market or something?
Right, exactly. The okra was actually when we lived in Foley, Loxley.
Those are cities in Alabama?
Right. I was helping the neighbor pick the okra.
Okay.
And that's when I never liked okra before, but after picking okra, in case you didn't know, of course at the time I was only like, 4 foot tall. The okra was way over my head, and I got covered by the felt off the okra. It's like ate me alive. Itchy, scratchy, because it's hot, sweating, and it stuck to you.
Yeah, that does sound pretty yucky. So there's no pictures of you on the farm? No pictures to prove you picked okra and hauled watermelons?
None of that. No.
Really? Not a one?
Not one.
No picture of you and your uncle? What's your uncle's name?
Homer.
Homer.
My
Yeah,
God.
I'm sorry, but no picture of you and Homer?
No.
Not even one when you were a kid?
I don't think so.
Dang. So they tend to group the tractors by the company that made them. So across over there was Massey Ferguson, and over here we've got Oliver. I guess we're coming up on some international machines, but they tend to try to group them. Every time I see these old Cub Cadets, I think of my grandfather and the tractor he had in New Jersey that he used to mow my grandmother's yard. It's definitely her house and her yard. Pop just was responsible for upkeep. But he'd go out there on his was yellow with the white seat, so similar to, maybe it was a black seat, similar to these guys over here. And they had several acres, not a farm, but several acres.
So this is the closest that I've seen to what my uncle had that I remember the most of was the Ford. We used to sit up there right in front of the steering wheel, facing my uncle, kids on each side.
Really?
Right up there. And then one of them back here on this fender and one on that fender over there. So there'd be 3 youngins up there.
I really feel like I'm missing out that there's no picture.
Oh,
I mean, even my mom and dad have interesting pictures like that from their childhood. I'm sad. Yeah. I want to see that picture.
Yeah, well,
and the kids all piled into what was the your mama had the Buick?
Chevrolet station wagon.
Okay, because you've talked
piled in there,
piled
kids,
in.
You get stuff in there as you could. That's right.
It's pink, and we think it's battery powered. We don't know for sure. It doesn't say who makes it. It's got Chinese letters. We're all interested in your ride. Yeah, but who makes it? Who makes it?
I don't know. I just found it online.
Is it electric or gas?
It's electric.
That's what we were thinking. She thought it was electric.
That's cute. We like it. I want to ride.
6 o'clock?
I guess. We probably won't still be here at 6, but
We'll return.
yeah. There's starting to be some movement so they can start lining up for the parade. love this place. Don't be stupid and you won't get hurt. There aren't 5 million warning signs telling you not to do this or not to do that. Like I said, just don't be stupid and it's all good. Broomley, LaPorte, Indiana. Over here they always show sawmill stuff with the steam engine on the tractor powering the belts and things at the sawmill.
Kind of neat. This tractor's been sitting in the shed for 15 years. They claim that the daggone engine was stuck. The boys up on the tractor found out the engine was fine, the transmission was stuck, and this is the first time this tractor has been running here at this show. We went out plowing with it yesterday, and as you can tell, it's very loud and very gurgly. This tractor dates probably back to 1912, I dare say. Over there at 1020. Beautiful job on this tractor. It's got the, what we call the Mennonite rubber on the back of it. They do parades and
there will be quite a few kids driving the tractors today too.
Really nice piece.
Don moved us over here so we can hear the information about the tractors this year. We've always stood in another location.
Over there, Cadet 107. And your name?
Bree Butler.
How old are you, son?
8.
Good. You been driving this tractor long?
About like, I don't know how many months away. I can feel that much.
All right, well, thank you for coming, sir.
The announcer said this is where it all starts. You got to start them young.
The young boys, his brother,
I agree.
His father, and him, I dare say, have worked together in his shop with this thing. And as he grows up, he's be driving this. I don't know what this is. They call it an oil pull. The F-1530. It has one piston. It doesn't have two, it's one piston. So she comes out every year. You'll see her on a tractor or steam engine anywhere in the United States.
Where were they from? Kansas and North Dakota? Kansas and North Dakota?
Yeah. Normally comes out of the front.
Melissa and Mike. I remember Melissa from prior years.
The fire is underneath the boiler, comes to the front, makes a U-turn, goes to the back, then up the stairs. He did not get in a fight, but side by side got the best of them. We got a Caterpillar road grader. And ladies and gentlemen, what they are demonstrating is how the roads were graded back in the day. Remember when the
Model wheels
came out,
the suspension.
Cars and automobiles started coming out.
It handles that bumpy field.
Were basically
hey, pup.
Wagon trails. Horse and wagon.
Really
A
cute.
little too rough to be riding that Model T's up and down the road. So this setup was used to grade out the early days of our highways. Great demonstration. Every show's got a clown. I don't care where you go, there's a clown at every show. Here we have a beautiful classic old Oliver cleat track. My father bought one of these when he's out. All right, this is a piece that comes to a dear close heart of mine. A dear friend of mine in Montana put this engine together years ago, back in the 70s. A fellow by the name of Austin Monk found a part of the engine. This is actually a C3 Peerless. It's the largest Peerless engine that they manufactured. He didn't find all the parts, so he found some Reeves running gear, and he adapted the Reeves steam engine to the Peerless engine and water tank. So what you're actually seeing is a C3 engine with a Peerless front end and a Peerless water tanks with Reeves rear wheels. And he built this outside in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. I've had the pleasure to oversee this engine for several years in Somerset, and Kent bought it back here, and you'll get to see this engine plow today. And who we got on the helm here?
Steve McIntyre.
Plow here with us? Absolutely. All right, when them boys know how to put
Well, we
that
got
thing in
people
gear
from
back
all
there,
over the
we'll walk up
country here driving the tractors. One of the girls on that engine was from Georgia.
4140. Rumley also built the oil pools that we saw earlier, and they also built steam engines. And this is one of the largest steam engines they built at the time. It's a 2-cylinder, has its wheel extensions on the back. One thing I like to point out with the steam engine is the steering. It's used change with a worm gear, ratchet the chain back and forth. On a steam engine, you have power on both sides of the piston. People don't realize that. So you've got steam pushing and shoving the piston, and that's what gives them the torque that they do develop. Horsepower is up there, but the torque is phenomenal. And you can demonstrate it. If he was pulling a 12-bottom plow in the field, he came to a stop, and if he wanted to take off again, he just reached the band and grabbed the throttle from 0 RPM to 200 and take off and go. A tractor today, you have to rev it up about 3,000 RPM and let that smoothly do it. But this thing will take off from 0 RPM and go with no problem. And who have we got up here today? All right.
Thing is needlessly loud. Yeah, it's labeled real quiet.
That's your tractor here. All right, you see how loud this tractor is?
Yeah.
Hundreds of tractors are loud.
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Tractor is just as loud as the damn tractor himself. I'm going to introduce y'all to Cal here. He's a major part of this operation here. He's probably the one that does all the work done behind the scenes. Gets the fields ready to go, gets everything pulled out. And what are we on here, Kyle?
Got a 1900 Oliver. Features front wheel assist to it. But while I got everybody's attention, I want to say thank you to all the volunteers, the sponsors, and everybody that comes out and helps us put the show on.
Well, run in, and Jay is out there saying, what year, do you have it down? What year this would be?
I'd say mid to late mid.
Farm Tracker Club in Lillington that just finished restoring this tractor.
This Super 8 Farmall was probably one of the most used tractors down here in Carolina. And your name, sir?
Luke Windhagler with the Sand Hills Antique Farm Equipment Club.
Thank you, sir. And you are?
I'm Eli.
Oh, thank you, Eli. Very nice tractor there. Is this your tractor or belongs to the club?
Yes, sir. It's
You ought to be proud, son. You have to be proud. Very nice piece. Here's a smooth running Oliver here. This is an Oliver 60. 1941 model, clean. Oliver, I thought Oliver was way ahead of the game in the tractor industry because that inline 6-cylinder and the foot clutch was just so smooth. Nice tractor. And you are, sir?
Oh, Lynn Pegler with the Sand Hills Antique Farm Equipment Club.
Good. Thank you.
So Sandfills
Like the shirt.
Antique Farm Equipment Club, that would be like Fayetteville area.
Here's another one, a Super C. I have one of these myself. One of my favorite tractors. That little thing will pull more than you can imagine. 51 model, all original paint out there, say. And your name, sir?
Carson Berg with the Sand Hills Antique Farm Club.
We got a whole group of y'all boys out here this weekend, don't we? Thank you for coming, sir. Very clean truck. Don't underestimate that little thing. That thing will pull more than you think. Got the flat belt pulley on the back. That's kind of unique there. This is one of the tractors put Farmo on the map. That Farmo M, they built millions of these things. Nice tractor. What year was it? 48. And your name, sir?
Ricky Bird, Sand Hills Tractor Club.
Oh, another one of them clubs. Thank you for coming, sir. Very nice. The earlier version of the Cup. I mean, the later version of the Cup. I dare say a 50-so model. Nice clean tractor. Just the hood.
If you notice, he's having trouble reaching.
Your name, sir?
Very cute.
And you're from where?
Northtown, New York, south of Buffalo.
Well, I'm glad to see you down here, sir. Nice to have you. Nice clean tractor. That man knows what he's doing.
So
well, we
cute.
got young boys, young men driving these tractors today. Super A with the cultivators, he's ready to go to work in the field.
He's having a little trouble
Nice
reaching
tractor
too.
you got there.
Very
And
cute.
You are?
Kenor?
And you're from where? You're from Carolina, I can see it. There you go. Thank you so much. You gonna be in the field working today? Great. What's called a center crank. You have two pistons on the front, so you got speed going back and forth on two pistons, and when it's pulling, it will sound like a four-cylinder. Here on the side is water tanks, and you have to have water tanks on steam engines to replace the water that you boiled off and put in by an injector. And these people have been working really hard on the engines all weekend long, because you could tell by the dirt on their clothes and your name.
Rise up. Keep down that we're the fearless posse from York County, PA.
There you go. I thought y'all was the Pennsylvania group down here. So you got some Yankees down here too. You got the Watson boys. Thank y'all for coming.
Woo!
They have put a lot of work in that engine this weekend. And here we've got an oddball, never was. I don't know which I was, the tractor or the people who were running it. We have a Holman Taylor, built in Ohio. Holman Taylor was a big player in steam engines too, but this is their version of a tractor. Early version is a 1530, dated back to 1918. About 27 horsepower on floorboard.
It's an international harvester, he said.
It has two big pistons in the back. That's a very large piston in the back. Very primitive tractor. And who we got on the helm here today? Got the Tim Smith here from the Big 40 African American. Alright, thank y'all for coming. Another part of that group that comes out here and works on these tractors way ahead of time to get them ready. I gotta say, that's the first time I've seen this tractor run here at the show. Alright, we have a very rare thing here. This is called a Holt 60. Holt was a company that was before Caterpillar, and they perfected the track system on this thing. Very loud, clunkety tractor by what we got back here are the steering clutches. Back here is what you're actually seeing. And to start this thing, you put a bar in the flywheel and get it flip. And you got the weight in the front. But this front wheel should help assist the steering, I gotta say. And your name, sir? Okay, I don't blame you a little bit. You're a snowbird there, right? I can't see. Yeah, he went in Minnesota, boys.
I always enjoy walking through the Stargate. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff across the street here too. We will go watch the plowing demonstration, but we've got probably just enough time to go get an ice cream from the what is the Hit or Miss runs the ice cream churn. Make some fresh ice cream. There it is. Gilbert's old-fashioned homemade ice cream. I'm getting peach flavor. I bet you are.
Powered ice cream maker.
Pretty cool. We've never got to sit down and watch it before. Don really enjoys this. I don't not enjoy it. I didn't mean it like that. It's just one of Don's favorite things, I guess. The belt had slipped, so they were temporarily stopped, but they're fixing to cut some lumber. Sounds like it's up to speed now. Those were some prime wide boards in the center there. I treated them to an extra process there at the end. I always admire this artwork. He's over here working on a pumpkin today. Pretty amazing stuff. I don't know what the music is, but this gentleman is actually playing and creating this music. It's not a recording. That is a tiny little blade.
Yeah, so we can finesse it.
Yep. From Volmer Farm. They called it a corn crib.
That's right.
You want to get in it and bury yourself in it? The kids had the best time. The best time. Oh, since you can do the unicycle, I bet you could do stilts too.
Yeah, probably.
I noticed there were several new murals here this year that had been painted in various places. Way cool. Yeah, it says 2023 Lex. We got lots of roses still blooming. We haven't had a frost yet, so they're still going strong. We walked over here to the plowing field, and you can see the one steam engine out on the field, and you can hear Don creaking the water bottle. Thank you.
You're welcome. You did a good job.
Yeah. Anyway, they're fixing to turn around and come back, and they'll be plowing in this direction. They were not plowing in the other direction. They were just kind of moving down there to start the demonstration coming this way. This is one of my favorite things for sure. We walked. All these other people, they got golf carts.
want me to take video or picture?
Doesn't matter. They're having a really good plowing demonstration this year. Not having any equipment issues. It's just all smooth sailing.
machines. That's why I don't like gas, diesel, power stuff. You gotta start them.
Well, I thought about it. Even something a little more special next year for 20 years of having this, I don't know, festival, whatever you want to call it. 2025 will be 20 years. Johnny said he was a little sad he wasn't with us today. Maybe we can think about getting him here next year. He can find a friend, bring him and us meet him here or something. He would, you know, loves this stuff. We miss him today. Yeah, they brought that Japanese fire truck out of the building today on display. The guy earlier, I wasn't recording when he said something really important. He said people start coming a couple months in advance to pull out the...
Pick out what they're going to do.
Yeah, pick out which ones they want to get working for this year's show, and then they come back weekends or they come and stay on site.
It's that thing Johnny likes.
And, you know, get them running. So it's not the same tractors every single year. Of course, it can be quite similar, but it's not the same one. So it's almost like being in Mount Airy today. It's Andy Griffith's police car. Galaxy 50, baby. You go to Mount Airy, North Carolina, you'll see a bunch of these around town. If you're lucky, you might even get to ride in one. They're on the little train. It's good to sit down for a minute. You gotta go on the little train. I hit my head getting on it, so I wasn't paying attention. It thudded pretty good. Work hard to get up this little hill coming into the tunnel. I can feel water in my face from the steam. Yeah, he can't run us off the track, but he's gotta, you know, get us fast enough and then slow enough. Here comes the tunnel. was only half our ability and not our full ability, right? This is a different weight class, and the last tractor went about 258 feet. Wow. Still moving by inches.
Rick's distance is 288.79.
Wow, that's 30 feet farther than the last tractor.
Distance is 2:15.10, and that will be the distance to meet in this class meeting at 3:15.10.
It's 4:45 and we are on our way back home. We had a good time. I think it was the best plowing demonstration we've seen of all the times we've been here. They had less trouble with the equipment today and more available tractors to put in the field.
Yeah.
And we did watch the tractor pull for a while, like 3 different classes of weight of pulling. That's always interesting to watch. So that was kind of cool. The parade was great. I think Don did a good job suggesting we go closer to where we could see the descriptions of the tractors and hear what was going on versus just be trying to see them come by. And we rode the little train. The guy with the Lego trains that he comes around in a trailer, pull behind trailer, he wasn't there this year that I saw anywhere. I've always enjoyed going in and speaking with him. Did I leave anything out?
No, I think you know, it was pretty good. Nice, easy. We had the ice cream. That was a really good crowd. I mean, it turned out to be a really nice day after all.
Yeah, Jules says it's 73. We did not do the big buildings at the back that have hundreds of tractors in them.
Yeah.
We could have, but we spent more time doing the plowing and the tractor pull stuff this year.
Yeah.
And, you know, we plan to come back next year.
Yeah. So, this time tomorrow, it'll be dark.
I don't like it. Yeah. Why can't those politicians get together and do the right thing and stop this craziness?
Yeah.
Just pick one and stick with it. I'm sure I have a preference, but I don't know which one I have. But probably not the one we're fixing to change to.
That's right.
Where it's dark early in the wintertime.
Yeah. I think you like daylight time versus standard time. We're fixing to go to standard time.
Yeah. Don drove me through so I could play Pogo, and there was quite a few people in there.
Yeah. For 6 o'clock, almost 6 p.m.